Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Sports Pig, it is Radio Griff and yours truly, The Wins, back for NFL Week 6 action. Radio Griff, how you been, man?
Doing great, 49ers are the best team in football. What more can you ask for?
Well, that's definitely debatable, but let's do it, baby, while we're here. We'll do it live. Week 5 was pretty good. I mean, there was a lot of things that most people, not all people, thought they were sure about. Sum it up, Radio Griff, you were 7-7 last week, and I was 9-5. You might be asking yourself, ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't add up to 16. Well, that's because we had 4 teams on a bye: Falcons, Bears, Packers, Steelers. Only 2 teams on a bye this week: the Texans and Vikings. Pretty good week. Neither of us sub 500, and that's always good for unpaid NFL analysts. But maybe I'm speaking for myself here, because Radio Griff, I'd love for you to explain the ESPN logo behind you on that handsome pig.
Yeah, I'm here at the Sports Pig, WPGY. Listen at sportspigradio.com.
Excellent. And we'll try to remember to link that in the description. But our producers, they forget a lot of things. That's because it's me. Week 5, Griffin, I'm not trying to toot my horn, but I will. Because, dude, we saw upset after upset, and they happened, and some of them were like, dude, this team's down 19 in the third quarter. This is definitely not going to happen. But they did. We saw Carolina get a win. The Texans got a win. The Saints got a win. Unfortunately, the Jets still didn't get a win. 0-5. We'll get to them here. What are your big takeaways from Week 5, if you have any?
The 49ers are set up to probably win it all. The Chiefs are overrated. The Eagles are terrible. That's it.
Well, seems pretty confident. A 3-point win, and wasn't that overtime?
Yeah, but it was Thursday night. Weird things happen on Thursday night, right?
That's true. I can agree to that. But Week 5 is in the past. Here we are, Week 6, and it begins on Thursday with this team, man. And I'm not sure what I think. Well, I'll tell you what I think about the players. I love the players. I think the players are running the plays that this coaching staff is calling. And Griffin, I want to ask your opinion. You have one of the best running backs in the league with Christian McCaffrey. Let's say Shawnee Shan decides, I'm just going to run him one time. I said one time in the fourth quarter. What would you think about that?
Yeah, I think that would be frustrating. I think something we're seeing across the NFL is running backs just aren't getting it done, right? Are there any great running backs this year? They all seem to be having issues. I don't know if it's because of offensive line play just isn't as good, or maybe there's a lot of injuries on lots of these offensive lines, or are the defenses better all of a sudden? Because I feel like we went through a running back resurgence recently, right? And then now this year, suddenly that they've come back down to earth. Even the Niners with McCaffrey, they're using him more as a receiver. When they try to run the ball with him, they're getting 3 yards a carry with McCaffrey. You got the Eagles with Saquon, and they're having no luck either. So what's going on? Do these offensive lines just stink nowadays, or are the defensive coaches figuring them out? I'm not sure. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I think the answer is yes to all of that. I think it's all related. There's a correlation there. And the question I have as we enter Week 6 here for Thursday Night Football, like you said, Griff, weird things happen on Thursdays. And we're going to this Giants team that in some of these games are very close, and they find ways to lose games. And of course, if you're thinking you're an Eagles fan, so last week we were up, we should have won that game. We look back at last week, and the Eagles start out looking like they're going to win the game. And I'm thinking there's nothing that's going to happen that could possibly ruin this. And then it was like the 28-3 game way back when with the Patriots and Falcons, when you start to see things and you're like, wait a minute, this isn't right. This is not, something's not adding up. And then before you know it, boom, the L. And it has me asking questions, because you can't just run the ball one time in the fourth quarter. Saquon only had 6 total carries. So you need to get him more touches. And I don't care if it's out of the backfield on a swing route or a mesh route or some kind of Texas route, whatever you got to do to get him the ball, scheme him open. I don't like what I'm seeing out of this. There's no consistency with this offense. There's no rhythm, and they got their targets. AJ, you got your targets and you got the loss. And so why are we throwing the ball 30, 40 times a game? It doesn't make sense. And it's just something I want to think about as we all listen to this and think about our teams. And
it is a cause and effect world, right? And AJ was going off about wanting the ball more. So the coaches are like, all right, here's the ball more. Well, then look what happens. So, I mean, is it all related? I don't know.
We'll find out. Your take Thursday night, Eagles at Giants, 1-4 against 4-1.
I do think, as much as it pains me, I think the Eagles bounce back. I think they get the win. The Giants, I don't know, man. I think they got something with Dart, but they might just need a refresh with the coaching staff, possibly. But I like the Eagles this week.
Yeah, this is a good bounce back game. If they lose this game, though, look out. Look out, Griff. I'm coming in hot next week. Get ready.
Boy.